It's not spooky, not scary. Don't know about skeletons, but here it is. Stick around. Hi, folks. Old Man Grognard here in my wall o' discs. And it is Halloween time now. So it is time to look at Halloween type stuff. And I drug everything out I could find out of my collection that you may want to get. Okay? Let's start out. Now, as far as Halloween goes, I don't get into really the flasher stuff or stuff like that, you know. But the slasher, I mean. Okay. Yeah, slasher stuff. But I have classics here. Now, there's a couple I want to mention that if you're going to get into the family Halloween stuff, I've got one here, but one I didn't pull out was Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, or any of the Abbott and Costello Meet the Monsters. I have the big old Abbott and Costello box over there that I didn't want to drag it out. So anyway, what do we got here? Okay, a classic. This you can find for cheap. This is White Zombie. White Zombie stars Bela Lugosi. It's an early zombie picture. It's the way I like to do zombies in my D&D games. But this is the Roan archive version. Roan is also known as Trauma. But it's a really nice DVD set. And a lot of these you can find on Blu-ray. I've got what I've got, but I know there's like at least half of these are on Blu-ray. In fact, I'll show you some Blu-rays in a minute. But it's a nice set. Here's the disc. And it's got some great, this is probably the best it's looked right here because they really did a good job of restoring it. Plus it's got like commentaries and other things on that. Only a few things, but it's good enough. That's it. And you can find this, in, also I didn't put out my Mill Creek stuff because I got about a half a dozen Mill Creek 50 movie horror stuff. And you can usually find it on this. And my 200 horror bag. Oh boy. What else we got? Oh, the classic. You can find this everywhere. Young Frankenstein. Young Frankenstein, probably to me, Mel Brooks' best film, I think, outside of Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein, they're kind of neck and neck with me. So there's that. What else we got? Oh, I got them all over this. Oh, Night of the Living Dead. That's something else you can find in those cheapo packs like Mill Creek and other things. But I have a Criterion collection here. This is a Blu-ray. And this is cleaned up very, very well. It's got commentary. It's got the usual great Criterion stuff they have on it. Night of the Living Dead. It's one of these kind of packs. It's got some beautiful artwork on it. And here are the two discs. Actually, I think this is this is a Blu-ray. It's a 2-disc Blu-ray. They got so much stuff on here, they put it on 2 discs. So that's something else worth looking into. I've got piles of stuff around here, so we're just going to go through it. Okay, let's get into some television. Now, I have The Twilight Zone over there on Blu-ray. You can find that anywhere. Thriller. I got this off Amazon. Thriller, hosted by Boris Karloff. Great stuff. It's about half of them are horror. It's like watching a 1-hour version of the old Universal horror stuff, and it's got a lot of discs in it. It's got this only ran 2 seasons. There's 14 discs in here. It's got commentaries and other things on here, so it's worth getting. Thriller, Boris Karloff's Thriller. All right, what else do we have here? Oh, okay. You can get these individually, or it's like I did a set, the Universal Classic Monsters. Always great. These are on DVD and Blu-ray. This is the Blu-ray set. You've got all 30 of the core Universal Monsters in here, including the sequels and things like that. It's just got a ton of stuff. Plus, it has a book, House of Horror, Universal's House of Horror. Very good book. Very good book. Now, let's go on to another collection. I also know this is in Blu-ray, too. Val Lewton, 9 films. This is the original set of 9 films plus a documentary. So you get 10 good stuff, 10 good films in here with all sorts of good stuff. You can buy these. They sell these individually, too, if you can find them. You know, they got stuff like Cat People, I Walk with a Zombie, one of my favorites. Seventh Victim, The Body Snatcher with Karloff. Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. Leopard Man, The Seventh Victim. Good stuff. What else would I recommend? How about, here's some older sets you may still find, maybe even cheaper. This is Hollywood's Legends of Horror. This has got some really good, not as well-known films in it. They come in the 2-film set like Warner Brothers likes to do. And it has like Mark of the Vampire, Mask of Fu Manchu with Karloff. Mark of the Vampire is really good. Dr. X, The Return of Dr. X. Now, The Return of Dr. X has Humphrey Bogart in it, which I find hilarious. And The Devil Doll with Lionel Barrymore, and Mad Love with Peter Lorre. This is the one where he's the bald surgeon and he goes crazy. It's great stuff, great stuff. Also, there's these. In fact, I have 2 volumes of these. Fox Horror Classics and Fox Horror Classics 2. Once again, they're multiple film sets. These are older. You have Shandu the Magician, Dragon Wick with Vincent Price, Dr. Renault's Secret, The Lodger, Hangover Square, and The Undying Monster. The Lodger, I really recommend. It's got Laird Krieger in there as the guy they think is Jack the Ripper. It's a really nice period horror film. But it's a great set anyway. Let's see, what else have I dug up here? Oh, yeah. This is always a mainstay, Psycho. This is the Legacy series. And I forget what anniversary series it is, but it's a great set. You can find these in several editions and in Hitchcock packs. This is easy to find. You can find these separately. You can find it in a 2-volume set. The Classic Sci-Fi Ultimate Collection. If you like old sci-fi, and who doesn't, Volume 1 and 2. This has got a lot of the classic stuff like The Incredible Shrinking Man, Tarantula, Dr. Cyclops, The Monolith Monsters, which is an underrated sci-fi film, and it's really good. What else we got here? Oh, Leech Woman, Deadly Mantis, Monster on the Campus. So these are recommended once again there. And these originally came out as Best Buy exclusives. That's when I picked mine up. I used to love to get Best Buy exclusives because they come out with stuff I've never seen anywhere before. But you can find these for really cheap on Amazon and other places like that. In other words, this is almost like horror on a budget, you know? This one, this was another Best Buy exclusive you can find anywhere. Universal Horror Classic Movie Archive. The Black Cat, Man-Made Monster, Horror Island, Night Monster, and Captive Wild Woman. You know, I told you I love those B-movie Universals where they were like B-movie instead of the main ones, where they'd have like maybe a star in it, maybe Lugosi as a red herring or something like that. They're wonderful. And they're in a digipack they're in a pack like that fold out. Then they're just the movies. That's all they have on there, the movies. This one I got, this is from Turner Classic Movies. I found this on Amazon. I think the Universal Cult Horror Collection. Now these are sold separately, but you can also get them in a pack like this. What do we have here? We have The Mad Doctor of Market Street, the Strange Case of Dr. RX, things like that. Once again, the B-movie type Universal. And I know this one's got the Creeper in there. I know that. Anybody remember him? And it's great stuff. Great stuff. Oh, what else we got here? Let's see. Right in front of me here. Now, this may be a little pricey. The 3-volume, the Vincent Price collection. This has got a lot of his stuff. A lot of his stuff on here. It's got a lot of the Corman stuff, although there's a couple couple of omissions that I just don't understand. Like they put the Return of the Fly on here, but they didn't put the Fly, and Vincent Price is in both of them. They come in they come to like there's like 5 or 6 movies on each one of them. The Black Cat, not the Black Cat, but I mean the Raven, Last Man on Earth, Dr. Fives Rises Again, Return of the Fly, House on Haunted Hill, a really good print of House on Haunted. Evening with Edgar Allan Poe, I love that one. That was a 1-hour special that he did where he was acting out Poe. And my favorite, The Mask of the Red Death, House of Usher, Haunted Palace, Tomb of Ligeia, Witchfinder General is on here, Cry of the Banshee. Good stuff, really good stuff. These are also, you can find these on Amazon. Like I said, they're a little pricey. They just reissued Volume 1, so at a decent price, if you want to call it a decent price. Okay, let's get into the heavy hitters here. First off, we've got the Bela Lugosi collection and the Boris Karloff collection. These are DVDs. These have been released as the Universal Horror Collection on Blu-ray recently. Like there's like 6 volumes of things, but if you want to find these for cheaper on DVD, they're really worth it. This has got practically all the Karloff. This should have been the Karloff and Lugosi set. This has got all the team-ups. They got the Black Cat. It's got the Raven in here. It's got the Invisible Ray. All the ones they did together. And this one, it's interesting because it's got some good Karloff stuff on here. Some mediocre Karloff stuff. But it's got Tower of London, where he was in Tower of London. And you got the Strange Door, which is an underrated horror film with him and Charles Lawton. The Black Castle, another B, where they use him as their red herring, a B film. The Climax, which is weird because it's the only color film on here, and it was made to cash in on their color remake of Phantom of the Opera they did with Claude Rains. They used the same sets. They came up with another story. Return of the Vampire. This was a Columbia picture with Bela Lugosi, and this took place in wartime. And a lot of people say this is like an unofficial sequel to Dracula, other than like, Dracula's daughter was supposed to be the real one. But this one, he plays Dracula in all but name because they didn't have the copyright. And I like the wartime twist they do with this because he gets staked in around World War I, around World War II during the Blitz in London, where he's buried. One of the bombs drops on a cemetery, and the guys go in to clean up, and they pull the stake out, and he's alive again. And it's really interesting. It's cool. It's got a female Van Helsing too, which is I like. Sweeney Todd. Okay, I like the original. I like the Todd Slaughter one. I like the play. I like the musical. I don't have that, but I do have Johnny Depp. I do have Sweeney. This is a really good adaptation. I think it's a really good adaptation of the Sondheim musical. I don't really agree with a few of their choices, but it's a lot of fun. It is. And Depp is fantastic as this. Okay, let's get to more. Okay, Karloff and Lugosi. There I go dropping one. Karloff and Lugosi. Let me pick this up real quick. This is one called Karloff and Lugosi. I kind of recommend it because it's got one really good film on here and 3 kind of films. The one I really liked was The Walking Dead because it was like combining a horror film, Universal horror film, with one of the Warner Brothers like gangster films. And it really had a real like kind of a religious angel of death thing going on. And it was really, really good. The other ones are Frankenstein 1970. Not bad. You'll find out in Zombies on Broadway. Zombies on Broadway was done, I don't know, it was kind of done with this team who thought they were Abbott and Costello. And you'll find out is with Kay Kaiser and it's Karloff Lugosi, Peter Lorre, and Kay Kaiser and his band. And I never thought, well, let me put it this way. Kay Kaiser was okay, kind of hammy, but that guy he has with him, Ishka Bibble, I never thought I would be so irritated at a comedian before. but I was. Anyway, last one I want to show you is, or second last, the penultimate one, is this Icons of Horror series Boris Karloff that Columbia put out. Because it's got some really good stuff on here. It's The Man That Couldn't Hang, Before I Hang, The Boogeyman Will Get You, which is kind of, The Boogeyman is with Karloff, I think Peter Lorre, but it was basically, they couldn't get Karloff for the film version of You Can't Take It With You, so they made up another story and tried to do another Can't Take It With You. And it's got Larry Parks as the hero. That's what kind of got me. But the Black Room in here, the Black Room is excellent. It's Karloff in a dual role as twin brothers, one good, one evil. And I don't want to give it away, but he ends up playing 3 roles. I'll let you figure it out. But it's a really good film. Last one I want to do is, I'm going to show you the Don Knotts Reluctant Hero Pack. The reason I say this is because I'm going to mention the Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Attaboy, Luther! The reason being is that I showed this to my granddaughters, and they absolutely loved it. So this is a great family film, The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. You can find it separately, but I just happen to have it on that set. And those are my recommendations for Halloween watching. I don't think you can go wrong with most of them. And I've got more than enough to watch. So happy Halloween, everybody. Until I see you next time, bye-bye.